Welcome back to Culture Corner Review for culture news, reviews, and everything in between. Let's get it.
Selling at a record-setting pace, and record is the word. Listen to this numbers. Readers bought more than 1.4 million copies of Spare on the first day it was published last week. That's huge. The book is still making headlines. I read it this weekend. It's worth a read, even for Harry's brief comment that his family made a fortune from the slave trade. That fact is generating a whole lot of talk about a very disturbing part of the monarchy's very long history. Holly Williams has that part of the story.
The British monarchy is known for many things: pomp, pageantry, and family discord. But less well known is its connection to slavery.
I mean, it goes all the way back to Elizabeth I. The British monarchy has been heavily involved in financing enslavement voyages of traffickers, but also beneficiaries of actually the labour of enslaved Africans.
Esther Stanford-Xosei is a lawyer and reparations expert.
The governor of the Royal African Company was James II, otherwise known as the Duke of York. They also found ways of branding African people with the inscription DY for Duke of York.
Enslaved Africans were branded with the initials of a member of the royal family.
That's correct. That's correct.
Members of the British royal family have expressed their sadness about links to slavery, but have never apologised.
That the appalling atrocity of slavery forever stains our history. I want to express my profound sorrow.
The reason why he doesn't go further is that he is aware of what it will mean to actually apologise in terms of the legal obligation to make reparation.
He's worried that it could cost him and the monarchy money.
Not only money, but status. He will be exposing actually the criminality of this institution.
Historians say it's impossible to calculate exactly how much wealth the monarchy generated from trafficking in human beings. But when William and Kate visited Jamaica last year, they were met by protests demanding not just an apology, but reparations. And the trip was criticised as a damaging throwback to colonialism, including this meeting with local children through a wire fence. One royal who has addressed his family's connection to slavery more explicitly is Prince Harry. In his book, Spare, he acknowledges that the monarchy rests upon wealth generated by exploited workers and thuggery, annexation and enslaved people.
In terms of Prince Harry going this far, it's really, really important. We can see the establishment reaction, including the establishment media, who are seeking to belittle him, demonise him, because he is daring to speak universal truths and actually be in touch with the conscience of humanity.
This morning, it's a day. Prince Harry's new memoir is officially on sale all around the world. Now, many readers in his native Britain lined up at midnight just to buy it. Spare is a blistering indictment of the royal family, repeating a series of accusations that Harry made in interviews with 60 Minutes and other outlets over the last 48 hours. His charges have not been independently confirmed. Holly Williams has more on the books that we've been waiting to see for months.
Prince Harry describes his family as very large, very ancient and very dysfunctional. His father, King Charles, had trouble communicating, trouble listening, trouble being intimate face-to-face, writes Harry, and claims he didn't hug him even when Harry's mother, Princess Diana, was killed in a car crash. His brother, Prince William, is portrayed as angry and during an argument about Harry's wife Meghan, even violent, an accusation repeated on 60 Minutes.
He was shouting at me, I was shouting back at him. It wasn't nice, it wasn't pleasant at all. And he snapped and he pushed me to the floor.
He knocked you over?
He knocked me over. I landed on the dog bowl.
But what makes this different to other troubled upbringings is Harry's claim that members of his own family or their staff were enabling, if not outright collaborating with the press, including in a vicious campaign to cast Meghan as a bully.
It's hard, I think, for anybody to imagine a family dynamic that is so Game of Thrones without dragons.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, but there's definitely dragons. And that's again the third party, which is the British press.
The same papers implicated in that allegation are again criticising Harry this morning.
It's absolutely ridiculous going on about the press all the time. Some are on your side, some are against you. Get over it. He can't get over it, so he's gone to Southern California. Goodbye. Thanks very much.
Kelvin Mackenzie is the former editor of one of the UK's biggest circulation tabloid newspapers.
My colleagues knew everything. They knew everything before anybody else, and we used to publish it. And a lot of it came via the back stairs.
Harry and Meghan are unpopular in this country, according to polls, but he points out that it was his uncle, Prince Andrew, who was embroiled in a shameful scandal, sexual assault, which Andrew's denied. Whatever grievances people had against us, writes Harry, sex crimes weren't on the list. There's still been no official response from anybody here at the palace, and there may never be one. A British newspaper, however, has quoted an unnamed friend of Prince William saying that he's burning inside but will not retaliate. Gail.
All right, Holly Williams, thank you very much. Listen, that book comes out today. I can't wait to read it. Even though I know we've heard a lot about it, I'm very curious. It'll be interesting to see people's reaction. Harry and Meghan have always said they wanted to tell their story in their way, and they've certainly done that. I think the tabloid editor said some people are against you, some people are for you, and that's how it is.
It's a very true statement.
We'll see.
I am interested to hear how the royal family reacts, if they will react, if they'll release a statement, because as you heard from Holly's source there, William is burning inside. I'm sure he has a story to tell as well, as does the king and the queen consort.
Well, that is the parlor game. Will they respond? Will Harry and Meghan attend the coronation in May? Will they be invited? I think they've been invited.
And how will this book be received in the court of public opinion?
Yeah.
That's right.
Here in the States, and of course, there where they are.
Everybody got an opinion.
Leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts on this. And remember, life is too short for anything but love. Bless up.